Welcome to On the Point, brought to you by Stephen Kaffmeyer and Jay Howard. Jay and I are a pair of free agent professional Overwatch analysts, previously working with Team Reunited to help prepare for ESL Atlantic. Jay has a background in professional CSGO analysis, and I worked more in League of Legends and Dota 2. This gives us a great perspective on Overwatch, due to it combining elements from both games. Today we have a match played between Team Reunited and Misfits on Temple of Anubis as part of the Lenovo Cup Group A. Notably, Misfits are playing with Hadan as a new support tryout in place of Zapre, and Rib will be standing in for Skipjack at tank. And as a result, Nevix will be switching to DPS.
Absolutely, yeah. Decent pickups there, especially Rib. He really seems to be a good Winston, decent Reinhardt. I wouldn't say his Reinhardt's on Skipjack's level, but his Winston, in my opinion, certainly is. Hidan, I'm not sure. It's still kind of
Yeah,
probably.
I haven't seen him play too much before. We'll see how he does today.
Yeah,
Hopefully
absolutely.
he brings it for his team.
This is one of the more recent one of the matches that was closer to when they announced the roster changes or roster stand-ins or whatever.
Yeah, I think it might be their first streamed match after the changes. So
Yeah, perhaps, yeah. And as a result, in this match, we do see a few things that seem to be kind of just testing the water, seeing what can work. Especially as we see Nevix on a tank one round.
yeah, that was definitely interesting. But right now we
Yeah.
see Nevix on Junkrat here for defense, running a triple DPS lineup with Crew on the Reaper and Soon on McCree.
You know, I think I do enjoy this lineup, especially for the first point here. Triple DPS does seem to work if you have that Reinhardt shield. You can put so much damage down into the choke point. Obviously, this team, there's a lot of snowballing.
Little less
yeah.
useful when you're on the platform here for the first fight. Less charge, I guess, on defense.
Yeah, you get less charge. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like Balotage already switched to Tracer now.
But yeah, probably to counter the triple DPS. We know Valotage is a good tracer. Going fast into the initial fight here.
Looks like Kib does get one, but they'd already lost two.
Man advantage swinging into Misfits' favour.
Yeah, but Reunited have pretty good positioning here. It looks like they could take down Nevix. Pretty crucial pick. The Junkrat's really important to this composition.
Yeah, a bit of a misplay on Nevix's behalf there. Not behind the Reinhardt shield, gonna get punished for it.
Yeah, Kib doesn't get much value out of this Dragon Blade, but he does force Sebas' ultimate here, the sound barrier.
Yeah, so ultimately, you know, there is a bit of value to it. I mean, it doesn't take too long to build up a Genji ult. Zebasai's can have a harder time gaining his ult.
And Reunited have a pretty decent chance to snowball here with the Grav Bomb combo coming into point 2, and Nevix is staying on the Junkrat for point 2, which I can't agree with.
Yeah, I can't say I really agree with that. I feel like if you want to play one, a character like that, I do feel like May's the better pick on this point. You delay, if they get on point, you can delay it a long time. You can zone people out with the wall, and especially after the Blizzard update, you can really close off the point with the ult there. Really
Yeah,
crazy.
the radius is so big now, it pretty much covers the whole point and then some even. So
Yeah,
looks like the Graviton got two people, but Crew was able to just shift out on Reaper, and they were able to hold pretty easy there.
Yeah. The reason we picked out this match was basically because not only was it a super close match, but also we feel like there's both teams making a couple of mistakes here and there, which really...
Yeah, you see Kib just get
so close.
picked off there. I think he might have even gotten trapped.
Yeah,
And that really delays here on this map, especially on attack. It's an extra 20, 30 seconds almost for one pick like that.
Yeah, not what you want to see, especially when they're just getting ready to go for a team fight here.
Yep, and it looks like Cruz tries to use his ult there, but I think he encounters a bug where his ult goes off, but it doesn't go off.
Cruz tried to use his ult. Kib's
So
in a
as a
good
result,
position, but yeah.
looks like at least they get that ult out of Brib, so it's more of a junk push, I guess, but that really hurts them losing Cruz ult for no value.
Essentially what happened was Cruz used his ult and it activated but didn't actually come into effect because Crew killed him just before.
Crew at the exact millisecond of casting, I guess. Yeah, because
exactly.
that ultimate doesn't go down over time. It's used up all at once.
Yeah.
So that's a really interesting mechanic.
Bit of a bug arena right there.
Looks like Soon's going really aggressive here. He's a little out on his own here. Could
I
definitely
mean,
get punished.
he had the opportunity to kill Valu there, and instead he tried to play the long game, which obviously isn't going to work if Genji runs into him. And as a result, Reunited have
Big
snowballed him.
grab bomb combo with Dragon Blade. They're really snowballing this fight. Yeah,
Absolutely. Soon overextending a tad too much there in the dark
really
area.
costing his team. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now Misfits are in full scramble mode, switching to Mei, Diva, trying to extend the map, maybe get a kill and bring this back, but not finding too much kills here.
Nevix on May, not able to stay alive there, but he did delay the point enough for his teammates to get back, especially Diva.
Yeah.
You know, if you can get the Diva back on point, you can do so much delaying, obviously cancelling out any projectiles, any hits.
Yep. Every second does matter, and this Mei does keep coming back, so really buying a lot of time. Not really able to find any kills, but looks like Cruz uses Graviton the sound barrier to make sure they win this here.
Wing super disciplined there on the hammer, holding it until he gets a really good hammer in.
Yeah, I think he...
Yeah, he used it towards the end. Oh, actually, no, he's wasted there. I think it's the next one he gets, which he...
yeah, Nevix gets it's a really good Blizzard off, but they're unable to put out any real damage. Only get Wing Haven.
That Blizzard can cover the whole site, essentially.
Yeah, another big Graviton Bomb combo from Balotage. A 2-in-1 fight, and it looks like they may be able to finish this here. They're right near the end.
Yeah, well, man advantage, especially taking out that Trace, was a big shot there from Morto. Nevix can be on with the Ice Block, but unfortunately, doesn't seem to register.
Yeah, interesting mechanic there.
Broken game, man, broken game.
I guess he wasn't on the point. I mean, it looked like he was. It's just a camera angle, right?
I think it's because the site closes like half a second before it actually looks like it closes.
Okay, yeah, the animation takes longer than it appears,
yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah. So now it's Reunited's turn to defend, and I think they'll use a similar comp here, triple DPS.
Yeah. Unfixed on Junkrat Kib, opting for the Reaper, I believe, on this one. Good setup, in my opinion. I mean, if the offensive Winston jumps you, do have the Reaper there on platform to really deny.
Yeah, and if you can get the flashbang on him with a Phantom Hammer, you can blow him up pretty quick, even through a Zarya shield.
Misfits opting for a bit of a King of the Hill lineup here.
Yeah, double flanker style with the rib on Winston this time.
Crew, of course, on Zarya. Probably one of the best Zaryas in the world, I'd say, is Crew.
Absolutely. He has some big moments in this match. Sure.
Yeah. The one thing he's really good at is just staying alive, in my opinion.
That's very important. Zarya can definitely do that with her high HP pool.
Yeah, especially as you can self-heal with the shields.
Man, you kill them so fast. If they're dead, they can't kill you, right?
Exactly. I do think Junkrat is a good pick here on the first point there.
You really do?
Yeah, I do. I think it's a really good pick. Yeah, obviously spamming into the choke point, you can really get on a lot of damage. I mean, the one downside is you charge up the Zarya, right? But you know, if you're playing 3 DPS, it doesn't really matter.
Looks like they're gonna engage here. Oh, looks like Nevix just got trapped. The new dash, not good enough.
No, that's the downside of playing this kind of I call it Anox style play, just because watching Anox play, they like to do this kind of thing a lot. But that's the one downside of it. If there's something unexpected, such as a Junkrat trap, you're running into it, you know, you can't see it. You just jumping in, hoping that everything
on the high ground.
Exactly.
Oh, this Winston got poked awful low, but Balotage jumps off the platform and gets finished by Zeb.
They applied the pressure really early on, really fast at the start, and as soon as they respawned, they went directly back in, not waiting even a second, and it's paying off here, or at least you think so. Unfixed, trying to turn it around.
Looks like Valu switched to Tracer just to get back that much faster.
Yeah, exactly.
Kib and Morte trying to clean up the point here a little.
Something we see a lot from Valu. As soon as they start losing the first point, he will switch, and it does pay off a lot of the time. The one downside though is when you go for the second defense in this position now, you are at a slight disadvantage, of course. Tracer not really doing as much as a McCree.
Yeah, Tracer not quite as good on defense, but Valitaja, one of the
Exactly.
best Tracers in the world there, so
Yeah, probably, yeah.
it looks like this Junkrat Tire will zone him out for a couple seconds, but I feel like Tire is just such a bad ultimate in general, not able to
Yeah.
be used in combat, and that's why we don't see as much Junkrat as other heroes.
I was going to say that, on this point, if the enemies are still past the choke point, I feel like there's no point even trying to use the ult. I mean, it's only really good if you can flank, if you can get over a wall, etc. But on this specific point, you have to force the tire through the choke point. You know, everyone's watching that. It's kind of a waste. You're sacrificing the damage that you could be dealing with his main weapon. For a chance of getting
Looks like
penalty.
Morte died with his Transcendence there, and that's really going to let Crew clean up with his ult. And that's how the
Really
fight
holding
started.
off.
Yeah.
Such a good Zarya.
Yeah, but at least now if he died with it, he has it for this next fight to counteract Nevix's Dragon Blade. It looks like Unfixed has made the switch to Mei here on defense as opposed to the Junkrat now.
Unfixed, you mean? Yeah. Really, strong swap. This is what we're speaking about in the first point. Changing the Junkrat to Mei is, in my opinion, the way to go.
Yeah, and you can cut off half the team. Looks like Kib got isolated with Hadan. That really helped them out. And Reunited's going to win this fight pretty convincingly. Nevix Dragon Blade.
Just a
Unable to
clean
do
sweep there,
anything.
not even one kill.
Yeah, Morte keeping everyone alive, and that's that.
Completely cancelling out the Dragon Blade. I can't say Reaper's as strong as it used to be. Teams really seem to be wary that if the other team's playing a Reaper, there's only a handful of spots, you know, that you can check pre-aim.
Yeah, everyone has gotten a little more conscious of the flanks coming in, and
Exactly.
I feel like the speed boost nerf really hurt him because his ultimate really relied on that
Especially
to get
Reunited,
into position.
You know, that could be one of the reasons why we see a weaker Reunited here in the speed boost. They were a team that really were really good with the speed boost. I mean, I'd say Cruz is probably the best Lucian in the world, if not in the world, definitely Europe, right?
Oh, absolutely. Does seem to get a lot of mileage out of those speed boosts
Absolutely,
in the past.
Especially
Looks
with
like
Kib on Reaper.
Yeah, Unfixed had a pretty good blizzard there. You saw just how much real estate it encompasses on the point. Got Rib there. He was pretty much on the edge.
Coming to this fight, they're pretty even in terms
Yeah.
of ults. Really, both
Looks
teams
like-
stacked. As you can see, what I said before about the teams pre-poking corners. You can see Nevix there checking for Kib, and he does find him, forcing him onto the point, forcing him into the Graviton Surge of Crew.
Looks like Soon died really early in this fight, but Rib's able to charge out Kib, and then Nevix really going big on this Dragon Blade. Wow.
Taking out Unfixed, really important.
Yeah, really hard to win a fight with just one DPS, but Nevix seems to be able to do it this time.
Morte going on to Anna, interesting pick there. Trying to delay probably a sleep dart, right, Steve?
Yeah, either that or a grenade might be useful into Hadan's ult, but he doesn't have it at the moment.
Oh yeah, that's true, he has counters the ult, yeah.
If you saw, I think Cruz ended up using his ult all alone that time, so despite our accolades, that ult wasn't particularly good this time. Just trying to delay really now.
What you see every day though, and Anna coming out to try to delay. I mean, he got instant
like
lockdown.
A Winston might have been better, but the sleep dart's definitely helpful. So.
Oh, you know what it is as well? Anna's ult charges super quickly, and you can just keep someone alive, can't you, on point?
Yeah, absolutely. And if you do get that out on a Reinhardt, they can definitely get a kill or two for you.
Yeah, pretty good decision from Mortis. It's a shame it didn't work out. That would have been good to see, good to see it get, good bit of value. Unfortunately, that was not the case. But still, he got up to like 40% in like that one, he probably healed about, 100 healing and then died, and he's almost at 40%.
Yeah. And what's interesting about Anna as a character, it does charge so fast that the teams that use her seem to just wait for the first fight and they can know when their Ana's charged, that's the first ult available, and there won't be any enemy support ults to counter it.
Yeah, and that's why we see the Ninjas in Pyjamas team doing a bit better now, right, with triple support, because of the use of Ana, you know.
And the Ana players have been getting better and better on that newer hero.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks like Reunited is going to run a very similar lineup to Misfits defense, except they have Winghaven on the Monkey this time, as opposed to Reinhardt.
Probably going for a bit more of an offensive defense. They did kind of get a bit snowballed last time. Clearly trying to make a bit of a change.
Yeah, maybe trying to address Nevix on that Genji, because he really clutched that second point cap. Looks like Unfixed continues to get these picks on the Junkrat. This time he kills the trap.
Yeah, really looking for that, make sure it doesn't happen again. Unfixed. Really trying to do a lot of AoE damage here, just trying to spam into the choke point. Getting some good damage there on Nevix.
Yeah, but Valutaja dies right away to Zebosai again. Winghaven does kill Nevix, but Reunited are falling now like flies. Soon really cleaning up the point quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. We touched on his overextension earlier on, but he definitely made up for it in this point at least.
Yeah, absolutely. I think critical for this fight is just how fast Zebosai got charged up. I mean, on Reunited they have Unfixed Tire, but that really isn't that useful. Might save him a little time, but...
Not sure if he's able to do anything with it either. Nevix applying a lot of pressure. Misfits really a stronger team now with Nevix on DPS, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of the community was kind of wondering why he was playing so much support.
Yep.
And you could see Morte, I think he died with his ult right there. That's pretty critical. They really could have delayed this a lot longer. Looks like Cruz is charging too. He gets held by Graviton and they're gonna cap. It looks like no one can come back.
I feel like Unfix was a bit stubborn in terms of changing from Junkrat. They changed to Kid probably a bit too late. And it's something, once again, it's what I said about the Junkrat tire not being too useful. I feel like, waiting that extra, 10, 20 seconds, really makes the difference. You're not really able to do anything on the Junkrat tire, you're just delaying the swap to Mei. I think it should just come out instantly as soon as you get pushed to the second point.
Yeah, absolutely. Either Mei or Zarya, pretty good heroes. Definitely better than the Junkrat on that second point.
Yeah. Misfits really changing it up. It's what we touched on at the start of the game. Nevix on Winston is definitely not what you see every day.
This was definitely interesting here.
Yeah. Crew opting for DPS, Nevix for tank. We do see Crew on Reaper quite often, but never Nevix on tank.
Yeah, Nevix on Winston does seem like you're not using the best lineup you could, right?
Exactly. Not to say that he's bad on tank, it's just he could be more useful with a different character, probably.
Yeah, I agree for sure. Looks like Reunited are going to attack with the same lineup as last time, with the double flanker and the King of the Hills style. And they definitely have to make short work. They've only got 245 left, and they need to get more than 4 points. So
Value going in fast here. Probably overextending a tad bit soon. Missing shot after shot.
And he rolls in. Oh boy, that was rough.
Absolutely horrible play from Soon. Overextending far too much, missing his shots, allowing Value to take him out and to continue pushing to the site. And this is essentially what's going to allow him to snowball into his site. Having the man advantage early on there, really zoning Soon out with Value.
Yeah, very successful flank by Value, able to win that 1v1. Certainly helps them win this first team fight. First team fight here, such high leverage. You can see they've got Kib's ult coming up. Value's already got his.
Yeah, you could argue that Value pushing in there alone like that could have been a bit of an overextension on his behalf, but I guess the risk is worth the reward, right? If you can take down Soon and push him this far.
Yeah, it seems like he's just so well equipped to drop. so well
Absolutely.
equipped to dodge those flashbangs.
Yeah, Valu's such a good player when it comes to dodging the flashbangs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels like Reunited were a bit too slow on this push. It's starting to work out now, but Kib's Dragon Blade could have come in before Zebosai's ult, and they really came in slow, but still able to win despite that ult with the unfixed coming up with a big Graviton Surge.
They came into the fight with the ult advantage and they didn't really seem to roll with it, you know? They gave Misfits perhaps a bit too long to charge up their own ults before going for a
nice ult by Winghaven there. He gets the Mei and the Lucio, able to stop the Mei from even getting one ice block out on the point. That's huge.
Yeah, really important pick down to the Mei. The Mei could be such a huge distraction.
Really and wow, is this game close or what? Just 2 seconds separating these
2 seconds
teams.
Difference. Definitely one of the closer games recently.
Absolutely. You see a lot of weird games. Usually on Temple of Anubis it's 3 or 4 points, but with this amount of time you could definitely see 5 and 6 if one of these teams really has a great push.
Reunited finally looking to go 2-2-2. Oh no, they're on the offensive side again. Misfits.
Yeah, Misfits moving back on Nevix to Junkrat, looks like. Absolutely. And this time, Crew's on Zarya instead of the Reaper for defense.
Misfits even, they're going back to a more standard defense, 2-2-2. Nevix on DPS, Crew back on the Zarya. Really important to keep Crew on the Zarya. I'd say he's definitely one of the stronger players on the Misfits team.
Absolutely. Does seem to have more value on Zarya than when he plays Reaper.
Yeah, I agree. Reunited once again with the King of the Hill lineup. Worked so well for them.
Worked so well last push. Better roll it out again.
Let's just see if Soon can change up his playstyle and make sure he doesn't get picked early on. Punished for overextending.
Because you know Valortage is going to go for that flank again.
Yeah, there it is. Soon's looking for it. Overextending, like once again, he could have just chilled for a second there, waited for Valid to come around the corner. Instead he peeks out.
And that's when they initiate, and then he drops down here for some odd reason.
And then horrible positioning, he gets caught.
Yeah.
Whole team. Beautiful split coming out from Reunited, really threw Soon there, threw him off.
Yep. And it looks like Kib's really doing a lot of damage this fight, almost already charged up. Getting those dash resets, and Morte helps clean off the point.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're going to have both DPS ults going to this next fight. Wings ult, Crew's not far off.
And they capped it so fast, they do have enough time to actually attempt a 6th point here. They get 30 extra seconds.
Look what I said about the Junkrat. Nevix holding onto the Junkrat, perhaps because he has his ult. Once again, I do feel like...
Well, there it seems to work, but only because Valortage blinked right into it.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, and then he kills himself with the tire.
Kills himself with the tire. Not really what you want to see.
Yeah. Looks like Mort's transcending to keep his whole team alive here. Kib trying to duel out Soon. He's got the help
pushing
of
back
sound
onto
barrier.
The spawn there. Buying a bit more time for his team. Good play from Kib here. Really nice play there.
Oh yeah, great deflect on the stun. And they may even be able to take it. We'll see if Misfits can stream in fast enough here on the defense.
Misfits onto Reaper.
Yeah, Soon got Winghaven now. That was critical. Always the first pick. Very important. Ooh, Rib missed that ult badly, but they have reinforced. Ooh, nice wall.
Nevix with a beautiful wall there, keeping his team alive. Completely.
Yeah, Kib tries the Dragon Blade here. But now
somehow getting Crew. And staying alive. No idea how Kib's still alive. Bit of a misplay from Misfits there, probably keeping him alive a bit too long, I'd say. Allowing Reunited a door to get in, a way to get into this game, or to get back into it rather.
But the reinforcements from Reunited are just too slow. Looks like Morte and Winghaven are back, but
yeah,
Graviton Surge will finish off both supports.
Yeah, good Graviton Surge there. Taking out both of them. Wing, last person on the point. Good ice wall there, delaying for a couple seconds longer. Unfixed onto Soldier just to get to back to the point fast. Not able to get there in time though.
Yeah, barely, just because of the wall for the most part. But a pretty good push by Reunited. They really made Misfits sweat there. Almost able to get 6. That would be a really tough bar for Misfits.
Nevix's ice will probably keeping them in that, to be honest. That Graviton Surge looked really strong.
Yeah. Well, they soon got a really big pick on Winghaven. That was super critical.
Yeah.
And interestingly, because Wing wasn't able to play Reinhardt, he didn't have the Earth Shatter because he wanted to use Primal Rage. Because they had chain fights right away based on how much time was left in the round.
Misfits opting to mirror Reunited's lineup here with the King of the Hill lineup, as we like to call it, with the 2 flankers and Winston Zarya. Reunited.
They switched off Junkrat and back onto the Zarya here this time for defense. Yep. Still sticking with.
It's essentially the same as their offensive lineup, only with Kib on Reaper.
Yeah, that makes a little more sense than Genji, I guess, on defense. So Misfits need at least 1 point to tie, and if they manage to get 2, they could win this still.
Slow start from Misfits. Bashing main, it looks like.
Looks like they poked.
This could be good. This could be a decent countering Reunited's positioning. They just need to stay together. Ribbon soon taking up, picking off Kib and Cruz there early on.
Yeah, it looks like Reunited's positioning kind of folded there.
And Nevix getting 2 more soon, and Nevix really clearing it up here. Nevix with 3 kills that fight.
Yeah, almost charged fully on the Dragon Blade here. Zebosai pretty high charged himself too.
Yeah, absolutely, really leading the ult advantage. Look, Kib onto Mei instantly.
Yeah, that's a better choice this time. No Junkrat. I agree with this.
Especially with how strong Kib is with Mei, I'd say.
It's like they get the pulse bomb, get that Winghaven kill. Nevix trying to go big with this Dragon Blade, but the ice block's there.
Morte's really been zoned out here.
Yeah, looks like Valitaja and Reunited have gotten enough kills here that they should be able to hold given spawn distances.
Yeah, soon probably getting a bit too eager there. Going in for Morte balls deep, but unfortunately Morte there with the headshot. Right click headshot it seemed.
Yeah.
Probably could have stayed on point there, being a bit of a nuisance for a few more seconds.
Yeah, given how fast they capped A, they will have another push. If they can get to the point in the next couple seconds, which they should. But Rib gets poked out a lot, has to Primal Rage right away.
Absolutely, yeah.
Looks like Morte's Transcendence comes out. Kib and Reunited using everything.
Pretty weak Blizzard from Kib there, if I'm honest. Probably could have used it
at
one point.
But he at least got Hadan with it.
Yeah.
So that was nice enough. Soon and Nevix get a lot of kills there, but Valitaja with a huge pulse bomb. Wow.
Yeah, taking out Rib and Zebasai. Huge bomb there.
And he gets Soon right after. Solo.
And essentially it's that bomb that's allowing them to take it to 5-5.
Yeah.
Which is a tie. Tiebreaker Ilios. Interesting games.
Very, very fun game to watch, absolutely.
It seemed like Misfits were trying new things. It also seemed like Reunited were trying to change stuff up here and there. I feel like teams really need to get over holding Junkrat into the second stage for too long.
Absolutely, yeah. That seems like a pretty big leak. The Junkrat just dies a little too easy compared to a Reaper or Zarya.
Play the game here, huge Graviton Surge from Unfixed there.
Yeah, absolutely, big one there.
From Steve and myself, thank you so much for tuning to the first episode here at On The Point. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at OnThePointOW, link down in the description. Please feel free to leave any feedback or questions you have down in the comments. And hey, consider subscribing if you're into the Overwatch esports scene.